Yeah, another episode of Space Engineers. Today's episode, I had a bit of an issue in between with my recording software. I don't really know. Same sort of thing that happened with the Scrapyard Engineer series. So I did kind of do something, recorded it, and the footage all got corrupted. So yeah, behind me here is a little mining ship that I built to go out ice mining, and you can probably hear in the background the nanobots are working away, just welding a few things up. Yeah, unfortunately I lost all that footage, so I'm just kind of going to go and do the same thing over. So yeah, we'll jump in the ice miner and go and grab some ice from the North Pole, and then I'll come back and we'll get the mining rig going again. So just a short episode today, just to make sure that I actually get an episode of it out, and it the quality of the video and that actually works, it doesn't corrupt itself or anything. So yeah, let's get in here and let's head off. So we'll turn the engines on and unlock and take off. And just quickly I'll throw that GPS that I left on for an ice mine. And I think it's off in that direction, just past the cobalt silver. And there's a little bit of ice close to me, which I will probably go ahead and build a is my hydrogen not full? What's happening here? Yeah, not quite sure what happened there. So stockpile was on, but it wasn't working, so I'm just gonna have to change the plan, and I guess I'll leave that to fill up its hydrogen tanks, because they fill reasonably quickly. I just need to check that the H2O2 has actually got ice in it, which it has. Yeah, plenty of ice for now. Okay, so change of plan. Let's just jump up here, and as you can see, I did manage to get the little mining time-lapse video out, and it has cut a nice big decent cliff and shelf in, especially on this side. So from the front of this edge, you know, you've got, I don't know, probably around 30 blocks maybe of depth. So the city that we can build on this side is pretty decent. The reason I put the drilling rig on pistons is so that we can get rid of the overhang as well. So that's basically what I'm going to do, is set the rig up here to, I'll show you. So I've got the drills which will go on, and then the rotor arm will go back on at its current velocity, but here's the important one, because I need to get rid of this, and then if I set this to reduce its velocity at a lot slower pace, something like that, hopefully fingers crossed that's going down and not up. I think it probably is going up though, because I've got it set as a positive value. So where is the arm? I think it might be coming up. But maybe not, because I don't think the speed at which it's coming down and going across is enough. So let's just go back before it does anything clangy. And it says it's still at 1.8. I mean, that's probably because it can't actually go any further down. So I'll just leave it to go up a little bit for a second, and then if I turn that piston off, it should leave it there. Now, why is it not turning? Am I full up on stone again? Let's see. I mean, it's still digging, but I can't see it moving. So let's have a quick check. It is drilling it, but it's only getting like 1.9 a time. And now, is that because that rotor's not set to go fast enough? Or did I set the wrong one then? Good. What are you at? Let's put you at... yeah, that forces it to go a little bit faster. It should be. It should be moving forwards, but it's not then, again. I could probably turn all the other drills off, to be fair. Loud, very loud that was. But, again, little problems here and there, everywhere. Do you think it might be stuck under here? Let's have a look. It does seem to be moving again now. Okay. Yeah. It does seem to be moving again. Sort of. Why are you not mining enough for this all of a sudden? I think that might be why. It's because it's still coming down, right? So it's still trying to come down at least. I think the speed at which I'm bringing the piston down is still way too much. Like, we've come down a bit from where it was. It's difficult to tell really because it jumped quite a lot there, then came back up. And now it seems to be back down almost at the level it was before. It is moving, but I think it's grinding a lot, and I'm not a huge fan of that. Hopefully, in a minute, it should free itself. Or it'll just drop down again, even though I've turned that piston off. So let's see what happens. Yeah, you see now it's free of it. Look at it go. And it comes down again. Stop. Hole in the world. So it's stepping, it still wants to come down, but I don't know why. Like, I've turned that piston off, so unless it's just not making sense to me at the minute, but maybe it's not at the 1.2 meters and it's still trying to get there, because these are all at 0. These pistons, maybe I turned the wrong one off earlier. I think I need to go and double check. What this piston is doing. This is the one at 1.8 meters, look, so none of those are extended. There's no pistons in that. I assume what I've been doing is messing with that piston inside. Yet, if this one isn't coming down, why has it stepped more than the 2 meter gap? I'm just, yeah, a little bit confused there. So I'm just going to get rid of this before this becomes an issue. And then I guess let's go and see what's been going on, because it's definitely coming down, look, by quite a lot.
Energy low.
Maybe that's because the piston is off and it's got no braking torque or whatever on it. I think I've just done the same thing again. Fortunately, these drills are pretty tough. I mean, I should see what... It's not taking any damage at all, so it's not such a bad thing. This is interesting as well, where like it's carved slowly down this piece on the front as well. Maybe that'll all become one layer as well by the time the drills get all the way down, which I would assume probably will. Yeah, maybe somebody can tell me why that was continuing to mess about. I don't know. I'm sure if you set the pistons to off, this shouldn't work, but they were, so really sure what's going on there. Let's get some energy back. I'm just going to check the hydrogen tanks, which, yeah, nearly full, so we can set off on our way soon. What was I about to do? I can't remember, so I'm just going to jump back up, see what's going on up here. See a little bit of grinding going on. So where's this lowering coming from? Maybe it was one of these, like the hinges lowering its offset. Yeah, there's no hinge on it, so it can't lower itself at an angle. Getting quite a lot of lag there. You can see the roof that it's cutting is a whole layer lower than where it was before, which is interesting because, like I say, I don't think I've touched this piston. I mean, it must have come down some, but I don't think it's come down that much because the block was one block higher and it was attached to this. Maybe it was 2 blocks higher attached to this, and then it's gone down 1 block. I might actually have to check the recording to see how that has happened, because yeah, that is strange. Because it here wise has probably gone down 3 or 4 blocks now, because it's not mining that particular piece. So I am really lost as to what's going on. But it's still doing its thing, so I'm just going to jump in. And hopefully this thing should now be full. Yep, 100%. Okay, so I'm just going to double check I didn't damage anything. No, good, landed all right. Okay, so the engines are on, so let's unlock and take off. And hopefully avoid the arm wherever it is. There we go. So I could mine for ice here. I feel like what I'm going to do is turn like an underground what do you call it, tunnel across there. And yeah, so I've just got the thrusters set up so that the front thrust is all off, and you know, we can just glide towards where we want to be. So there's this huge crater. This was one of those options that we had at the end of last season. Just get a bit of height up here. Get rid of the screen. So this crater is huge. So you can see there's a couple of ore patches in there as well, and that cool little crater that we could have used as a silo maybe. At some point maybe we will expand. I feel like the capacity that my computer has will restrict me a long time before what my imagination and what I want to do. So here we are, the South Pole, and I'll just start slowing down. I'll coast a little bit here for a second. So there's a docking station over that way, and a gremlin which has probably crashed as well. But up here, look, yeah, we've got plenty of ice. Plenty of ice. What I had intended was to set up a base somewhere around there and funnel it all the way back, the 8K. How I do that is probably going to be with like an ice production station up here, or an ice mining and what do you call it, hydrogen production facility. Just need to go into here and remove this. I haven't set the crew up, so quickly grab these, and I haven't actually got a name for this ship either yet, so if you want to suggest a name, I'd appreciate it. Okay, there we go. So set up, and now I can get 7 and come in here. Bonk. And I don't think I actually need a lot here to fill up. So it should be going into the cargoes and the H2O2 generator, which is good. And that will fill itself up slowly. And then the rest of the ship will fill up. So yeah, I don't think I brought any component. I might have brought some interior plate with me, but have I locked? I have, yes. Wondered what was happening then. Okay, that should do for now, I think. Let's just double check. Maybe a little bit more. I have got some steel plate in the cockpit, so I can set something up whilst I'm up here. Okay, that should be enough. Transfer that over. Nearly full, so yeah, that's good. And you can see it still flies quite nice. It's nippy, and it stops fairly quickly, even it's not fully loaded or whatever, but yeah. So let's just come down here and land. And turn all the thrusters off. And that'll give it a chance to refill its hydrogen as well. So let's just jump up and have a look around and see. I mean, I'm not looking for anything major, like a huge crater or whatever that would serve purpose. Maybe it would be a better idea to build into the ice field a little bit further so that we can mine on all sides. So this section here, that looks pretty good. I mean, it's going to be another kilometre or 2 kilometres away, but I think when the shipping network will be drone based, then like flying drones, then I don't think it really matters, because they'll, like I say, they'll just fly to me. So is it this patch? No, it was this patch just here. And fortunately I've got an ore detector on the ship, and I can just turn that up, and that should give me a good indication as to whether there is ice underneath this, which it does look like the ice is located in the patches, although it is underground as well. Let's just grab whatever I can out and take a look. So base is that direction, and I don't want to fly past that on my way too close. So maybe we want to be over this side. Right, I'll just move, bear with me. Okay, so somewhere over here really is what I'm thinking. So let's just pop down here, I think. Bonk. Turn them off. Okay, because they were looking low, they are 15%, they need some chance to fill back up. So I think that is much better, because we're not going to fly too close to that now. The best idea would probably be to build on top of a hill, so it gives us some solar power straight away up here. So what I'm building, I don't really know. I feel like what it should be is a big long platform this way. To about there probably, because I'm starting to get into the ice that's near me. I feel like that should be a big enough platform for what I'm attempting here. Yep, too far. No, it was that one. Just want to sneak in. I don't like that floating block, but that'll have to do for now. Yeah, that looks massive. So get a couple of blocks in. I should probably change these out for half blocks. They are exceptionally annoying to place. Sometimes, not that time. Oh, no. Okay. I mean, that'll do. When I come back to weld it all up, we'll do something like that. So, the idea out here will be to have a hydrogen processing plant. So I'm going to need H2O2 generators, hydrogen tanks. I like the look of the industrial ones, and cargo containers. So the idea being that they'll have drones docking up, let's say here somewhere. So we have a cargo container there and a cargo container there. We'll get not a pipe, a conveyor to go in the middle. On top I'll get a couple of connectors. In fact, let's do it this way. One down there, and then I'll put another one on top. Same again. One down the bottom, and I'll put one on the top, and there'll be a connector on top of that. That way I can plumb them across, and I'll need the H2O2s on top here. So these have got 2 ports either side, 1 each end. So I think if I get them and stack them like that, I can have the conveyor come up, probably another conveyor, then that'll connect into here and the port on top. Or I could port on top of these, I suppose. I guess we can expand this way. From the H2O2s, they're going to need these industrial tanks. What have these got? One on the top, one on the bottom. So the other hydrogen tanks might be better because they've got more access points. So one there, one there. Then I can have there and there, and I'll have another conveyor. In fact, it should probably be a tube. Like that. And then yeah, probably more hydrogen tanks. Like that. And then room for one more. Like that. So that would be the production facility, storage, and then yeah, we'd need to build a whole load of drones and stuff and protect it all. So hopefully this is now full, and I can fly home. 64%. I actually think that's probably enough. So let's turn those engines back on, and I'm just going to quickly, before I forget, to create a new GPS ICE processing plant. One. Okay, and I now need to head home, which is that direction. And I need to do that quickly before I get sandwiched between these two. Shifty shifty, quickly quickly, thread the gap, thread the needle. Am I actually heading in the right direction here? I don't think I am. No, I seem to be heading out in completely the wrong direction. Pretty sure this was me. In this direction. Turn all this off. And then there should only be mine. Wow, what is that thing? Wow. Yeah, we might have to come back and check that out because that's very interesting. It looks like a huge rocket. The Atom Heart substation or station. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. I'll be honest with you. And considering it's only 3 or 4 kilometers from our crater, I'm surprised I hadn't spotted it before. Maybe it spawned in whilst we were gone. Okay. It doesn't look like the drills have actually done very much whilst I've been away. Ooh, lag. Big lag. Now, for the skillful part, because ooh, more lag. I think that's probably the drills. There we go. Turn the engines off. And yeah, let's quickly turn those drills off. Put the rotor lock on first and then turn the drills off. So hopefully that should have completely stopped. So yeah, it's transferring the ice over, and I'm not really sure what's happened up here because I'm pretty sure this is the same piece I was talking about, and it seems to have only cut in a small way. I am probably going to redo all of this during the in between the episodes because I don't know what happened with this. But yeah, that's the end of the episode today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that was a little bit better than the last one for sure, because the last episode I recorded didn't actually work. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next one. Remember to give me a comment about the name for this ship, and a potential name for that ice mining station processing plant. Yeah, appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one.